Oh my God, they're banning our fishes. They're banning our hobby. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Are they really though? Let's get informed and take a look. Hey guys, welcome back to The Waterbox. I'm Chung, and again, it's been a while, but I'm trying to ramp back into it, and I am ramping it back into it and stuff. So this is like actually a video I want to get out because there's been knee-jerk reactions out there that I'm seeing that might and will affect our hobby. But I want to make sure that you guys are informed about this and know what to do about it if you want to get active in it. First of all, this video is sponsored by you guys, people that are watching, as well as the channel members that have joined as a channel membership. So if you're interested, click that join button, check out what I have to offer behind the scenes and stuff like that. And I promise things will get revving up this year with everything going on in the channel and stuff. But I have plans, and they are coming. It's just taking a little time to set it all up. As you can tell, I'm not at my video set. So anyways, I just want to get this out. So let's get to it. Let's talk about what this is actually about. It's called the America Competes Act of 2022. Now this act is over almost 3,000 pages long. It has tons of stuff in there talking about many things, amendments and stuff like that. Pretty much all of it is really good. There's a little subsection in there that will affect our hobby. And we're going to take a look at that. And does it affect our hobby? Yeah, it does. Does it affect you currently, what you have and stuff? A little. It really depends. But let's take a look at the language, and so that you can be informed, so that if you do get active, you want to write your senators or whatever to try to stop this from passing in the Senate, you know actually what to write about. And there'll be links to the bottom to this act, so that you yourself could read it. I'd rather you guys, and this is a challenge, to take a look at this and read at least that section of it and understand what's going on, so that you yourself can be informed, and not be informed by memes or people trying to exaggerate to get views and stuff like that. So let's take a look at this. Now what we're looking at is the act itself. Now this act is huge. Most acts are in Congress. So this is about almost 3,000 pages. So we're not going to go through all of it because there's really no need unless you're really interested. And I do encourage you to take a look at it and peruse through it and see what's going on, because there's some really funky stuff. I mean, I didn't even know that there was human trafficking through the seafood trade, and they have acts and amendments in there to help combat that. That's some really weird stuff, but if you read through this, it's amazing about what you can find out that's actually happening in the world outside of our little bubble. But anyways, the American Competes Act is really the Americans creating opportunities for manufacturing preeminence in technology and economic strength act of 2022. It's a mouthful. That's why they call it the American Competes Act. In this act, there's just tons of stuff. Okay. Again, our main concern that is affecting our hobby trade is the Lacey Act amendments. This is section 1102. Okay, in the title 11 miscellaneous under which division this is in? Division H, Community on Natural Resources. Okay, so aside from that, let's just go all the way down to Lacey. Now, there's mentions of Lacey Act in other passages, in other sections that affects the Lacey Act, but we really don't need to go into that. I mean, if you want, just go and look and just do a search. When you download PDF, search for the Lacey Act amendments. So basically what this act is saying, and what it's adding to Lacey amendments have been an act that's been active for a while now. So what they want to do is amend it and add things, such as what's really important here is in the first sentence, by striking shipment between the continental United States and inserting transport between states. The first sentence strikes Hawaii by inserting the first sentence the following: notwithstanding any other provisional of law, the Secretary of the Interior may prescribe by regulation an emergency destination prohibiting the importation of any species of wild animals, wild birds, fish, including mollusks and crustacea, amphibians or reptiles, or offsprings of eggs of any such species as injurious to human beings, in the interests of agricultural, horticultural, forestry, or the wildlife resources of the United States, for not more than 3 years under this subsection. If the Secretary of the Interior determines that such regulations are necessary to address an imminent threat to human beings, to the interests of agriculture, horticulture, forestry, or the wildlife resources of the United States, an emergency designation prescribed under this subsection shall take effect immediately upon publications in the Federal Register, unless the Secretary of the Interior prescribes effective date that is no later than 6 days after the date of publication. Now, blah, blah, blah. I could keep reading this, but I'm going to let you read it. But basically what this is saying, simply, is this. You're still, if you have already an exotic fish or whatever, or exotic animal on the list, you have it. They're not going to come and take it from you. Okay, that's not what this is about. What this is about is transporting these animals across states rather than just outside the U.S. That's what it used to be. They're saying that you can't transport it among states. This affects, of course, people like my friend's tarantula business, where, you know, he ships tarantulas all across states, and tarantulas, a lot of them, or a few of them, can be poisonous, can fall under this. So that would affect his business. It'll affect also people who want to get certain tarantulas that fall under this. So, taking that, if we have exotic fish that they might consider endangered or destructive to our economical state, case in point, plecos. All right, if you guys haven't heard the news about plecos being dumped in, I believe it's in Florida, in the rivers and stuff like that, and they've massively bred, and now it's destroying the habitat there. That would be considered part of the list. So that would fall under the problem of transporting plecos across states, which will affect fish stores, importing, exporting those plecos to us as as Aquarius hobbyists. All right, because right now it's very open, and they're just saying, hey, if we deem that this is bad, then we're going to put it on the list, and you're not going to be able to import, export. No, they're not going to come to your house and take it from you if you already have it. Okay, that's the thing. So get that clear. They're not coming to knock on your door and take away anything that's not already illegal. All right, to keep at least. Okay, so if you already have it, they're not going to come knocking on your door. The problem is, if you want to ever get it, or in the future want to get it, it's going to be super hard to do that, because it's not going to be available, commonly at fish stores or what have you. And since in our hobby, some of these fishes could be new and introduced to the hobby without going through all the federal regulations and stuff like that, it's going to be super hard to get. Now, already things that, I hear people say, oh, they're going to do every single fish or what have you. Now, that's not the case. That's a knee-jerk reaction. People are just going overboard with that. Okay, so don't buy into the hype. Think for yourself. Take a look. Download this act, okay, and read it for yourself so you understand the language. So that's, I guess, my challenge. Download the act. Read those sections. Just do a search on your PDF for Lacey's Act, LaceyAct, and read it for yourself. And there's another link downstairs that actually links you to the U.S. ARC, and it's a reptile kind of coalition stuff, and they explain it on their page in that link that I have down there. So take a look, and if you do follow that link, it'll tell you how to find your senator to write to, and write actual email that tell them to say, hey, I'm against this, please fix this amendments to the Lacey law. Either don't put it in, or make the wordings a little more specific so it doesn't affect us as fish keeping or fish keeper in the fish keeping hobby. And this pertains to people who are reptile people, who are tarantula people, or mainly animals people. All right, if you're a pet tuber or a pet owner or whatever, this affects you too, because that all falls under the same category. So take a look at the links below, and that's it. And that's all I have to say in this video. Please share it out if you think this is important, and share it wherever you can. You're going to hear probably a lot more of it coming on, but right now we need to act, to push, to tell your senators, hey, reject this act, because and we don't want to reject the whole thing. We just want to amend or stop the amendments from the Lacey Act, or have it be more clear. Okay, and so that's what you have to do when you write about it. It's all in that article there. So again, thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Lots more coming. And stay safe out there. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye, guys.